So now you have your final audio file. So you had the raw file and then you edited the file. If you had trouble editing the file and you were doing this on your own, and if hypothetically you were using either the Hubhopper Studio editor or you were using Audacity, there are a lot of resources in our blogs which will help you actually walk through them. I don't actually believe you should have any major issues while navigating through the Hubhopper Studio Editor because it's made from the perspective of a first-time podcaster. With Audacity as well, there's a lot of videos that currently exist online where people have tutorials that teach one how to use Audacity. So these should be fairly straightforward. And now let's assume you have your final audio file. So you have your final audio file. Now what file format should you have? There is only one, and that is MP3. Your final audio file should be in MP3 because of a few specific reasons, and you completely understand why I'm stating MP3 is the only way for you to go. The first one is the fact that MP3 files are a lot smaller than other file formats like WAV or WAV files. So when you're uploading to your host, a lot of hosts have limits in terms of the file size that you can be uploading, so you won't have that issue with an MP3 file. And then the second thing, which I think is much, much more important, is that because of its smaller size, it's going to make sure that the person that's on the other side or your listener doesn't have a buffered experience. Because the file size is smaller, when they are downloading it or streaming it, which is nomenclature that we use today, essentially they're being able to stream a smaller file size, and because they're streaming a smaller file size, they automatically will be able to stream a lot faster, and they won't have an interrupted experience. And that's what we want. We don't want the listener to feel disgruntled or irritated at any point. The second benefit of the MP3 file format is that it maintains quality. So you will have really good quality output with your MP3 files. So you have both the benefits of a smaller file size and you have the benefits of high quality audio at the end of it. If you're using Hubhopper's editor, when you're recording, we've given you an option to download as an MP3 file, or if you even upload directly from the Hubhopper Studio editor into Hubhopper, it will automatically upload the file as an MP3 file. So that should be easy enough. If you are outsourcing this, then what you need to essentially do is tell the person that you're outsourcing this to that you want the final format as an MP3 file, and they'll take care of the rest. And if hypothetically you're using Audacity, that gets a little bit more complicated. But essentially, they give you a few different mechanisms, I think, in the file section on how to download, and you can choose to download it in a specific manner. Worst case scenario, you just use an online converter. And if you are using Alitu and you're paying for your editing, Alitu once again just allows you to download directly as an MP3 file. One issue there is that you'll have to download and then upload into your hosting platform. So that's editing and the format of basically your final audio taken care of. And now you have your podcast ready. And let's move on to the next step. Super excited to move forward with you guys.